Hi, my name is Drew Gossen from Oklahoma State University, and today I'm going to share some introductory data from my dissertation, and I'm going to look at student perceptions of STEM classroom learning factors. I have a little bit of time here, so we're going to hit the background really quickly. We know that experiences that students have in school have an impact on the development of their future choices, and that well-stocked schools and good curriculum are going to play a high positive impact on that. It's grounded, my research is grounded in social cognitive career theory, so looking at the complex interaction of factors, personal traits and environmental factors that play a role in interests as well as goals and actions that make those choices happen. So my research questions for this preliminary study are: what in-school learning experiences did undergraduates perceive to have an effect on their confidence and interest in STEM, and what teacher factors did undergraduates perceive to have an effect on their confidence and interest in STEM? I sent out an email to about 5,000 students at my university, got about 375 responses. You see the breakdown there. And in that questionnaire, had several sections to it, but the one I'm focusing on today looked at in-school learning experiences and characteristics. The list that I gave them was developed based on prior research in the same area. And if the students selected from that list of experiences said that I had that, then on the next page they were asked whether that experience made them more confident, less confident, or had no effect on their confidence or interest to pursue STEM. So I looked at it in Qualtrics, pulled it down, and examined the frequencies of each of those responses. And we'll look at that here. The first thing I wanted to do was just look at the total number of responses based on the percentage of responses that students said. So 87% of participants said that they had participated in lectures by the teacher, followed by, you can see their paper assignments, projects, hands-on activities, and science demonstrations. These are all high percentage categories. Things that did not get mentioned much: took a class with an emphasis on further study in STEM, speakers, and science competitions or science fairs. So then what I wanted to do is break it down by those experiences and how they impacted the student, or how the student perceived that impact. So I took the total number of, or the percentage of students in each experience who said it was a positive influence, and then I took away or subtracted the negative influences and got this percent difference here. And so I see that hands-on activities, high performance in STEM, field trips, class content that was relevant, emphasis on further study in STEM, and demonstrations were all very high percent differences. While you see at the bottom, they took a class with an emphasis on memorizing facts and paper assignments were more negatively impactful than they were positively impactful. Looking at teacher characteristics, we saw over half of our participants said that teachers played an important role in all four of these areas. And looking at whether that was positive or negative, we see that we had a high positive influence in all four of these areas as well, with teacher instruction and teacher factors. So it really looks like teacher characteristics and actions play a positive role in students' decisions and confidence and interest in pursuing STEM. So what we find from this, first of all, learning experiences that were most often mentioned were pretty standard class experiences like lectures and projects, step-by-step labs, etc. Learning experiences that were least often mentioned were those that extend beyond the classroom, like speakers and science fairs and discussion of STEM careers. So those that were most impactful then were those hands-on activities, field trips, relevant content, high performance, and emphasis on further study, while those that were least impactful or perceived negatively were emphasis on learning facts and paper assignments. We saw over half the participants mention teacher factors and that they were largely positive. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to analyze those experiences by STEM and non-STEM, and then divide it into subdivisions, like looking at my engineers and my biological sciences people and see how they're different. And then I'm going to compare those to those factors from social cognitive career theory and extension. So of course, any questions or suggestions for future analysis are welcome, and I appreciate you listening to me today.